Nautica offers a waterfront lifestyle community in Barrie today. Lots of beaches, kilometers of walking trail, and a quick walk to downtown core.
Considering the move to Barrie and thinking about a waterfront condo, you've probably looked at Nautica online. Well, in this video today, I'm going to cover off a ton of information about the building, about the age and the amenities, and I'm even going to go deeper. I'm going to cover the most important part is the lifestyle. Throughout the video, I'm going to insert different footage of the lifestyle and of the community. I think it gives the viewer a much better understanding because you're not just buying the building, you're buying the lifestyle.
Barrie's Waterfront offers kilometers of walking trails connecting to a rail trail in the downtown core.
There is two towers in a sense, 33 and 37. Each tower has 16 floors, 147 units each. Different sizes. You're going to have large units, 2.5, I should say 2.5. 2 bedrooms and a den, 1,864 square feet, which offers panoramic views. You're going to have Antigua models that offer panoramic views, 2 bedrooms, and square footage about 1,465. Then you can have a mix of 1 bedrooms and 2 bedrooms. And most of those units will be either north facing or south facing as well. So they won't be panoramic, but they will have a great view of Centennial Beach and the waterfront. I'm going to go through some of the amenities in the building. I'm going to point out some work that has been also done in the building inside the interior. As I mentioned, the building is 16 years old. It's normal to start to see rugs getting, in hallways, interior wallpaper on some of the floors, etc. Some new furniture and stuff like that. So I'll cover those bit of details as well. I'm going to take us out to a bit of a courtyard area that is ideal. Again, common area for people to enjoy. Flip the camera around. A lot of different seating. I used to live in the building, so I know it fairly well. I never really saw a lot of people out here. And it's surprising because it's such a nice green space area in a sense, and it rarely gets used. What I like about this corridor area, common area, is you have a gate here, and it gets you quick access to the lakeshore and the waterfront trails, and everything is key fob, so you get access, key fob it in, etc. I'm in the Kempenfelt room, and this area recently got redesigned. Flip the camera around and have a chat about it. So it's very common in buildings of this size to have large party rooms in a sense. Most of these rooms like these can be rented out. Within this building, they usually have a Friday night social from 4 to 7 or 4 to 9. So it gets used quite a bit, and definitely a nice renovation. What I really liked when I lived here is I liked the fact that the building was well maintained at all times. Like, it was spotless all the time. The facilities were very clean, the gym, etc. And especially the grounds. The grounds were 10%. Always manicured lawns, flower beds, weeded out, you name it, it was done. Lot of pride of ownership in this building. So we're in the main floor just of the general area. So you can see, as I mentioned, some of the renovations that took place here. Carpeting, wallpaper, door frames were painted as well. So it's normal to see this in buildings, and condos is they plan for these. This just wasn't figured out one day, let's go do this. These are planned renovations. And you will see them on a status certificate as well. So make sure when you're reviewing a status certificate, I always encourage people to let the lawyer go over the status certificate. It's so important because there's so much information on a status certificate, and the lawyers just basically review it and they go, yeah, everything looks great, but you have no idea. And one of the most important things that you should be aware of is the financials. What is going on? What's the reserve fund like? It's such an important part of the status certificate. Let's go into the gym. There's some people working in there, working out. So I don't always take, start filming them, but I'll give you guys an idea how this works. Good facility, well maintained. You're probably going to ask, who uses these facilities? Well, I live in a different building now, and it's usually a group of people. The numbers aren't big. When I was living here, I was in the hot tub sauna every day. If I seen 1 or 2 people a week, I was lucky. It's a small percentage of the people that use these facilities, and they're always well maintained. Games room. Let's get some lights on. I think the lights come on automatically. There we go. Perfect. So it's big. Pool tables, ping pong tables, you name it, it's here. Flip the camera around. These rooms get used quite a bit. Pool leagues inside the building, and it's a big room for entertaining. I see some younger kids come down with their grandparents or parents, but mainly just the residents that use these. Now, who is the owner that lives here in these buildings? Older demographic. When I say older, 55 and above, usually. You do see some younger demographics. It's rare that you see family with kids. I haven't seen too many when I was living here in this building. It's more of a lifestyle building and more of a building for a young professional that doesn't want the hassles of maintaining a property. Mainly, it's a demographic that is also searching for a new lifestyle, whether it's walking, whether it's paddleboarding, canoeing, etc. They all have them across the lake. The facilities are here to house that type of equipment. So it's mainly those people that want a lifestyle building. And Nautica offers it all.
Centennial Beach is Barrie's most popular water destination. Sandy beaches, playground equipment, splash pads, and so much more.
I just want to show some more updates in the building. I think it's just important. So you can kind of see this has been updated. Again, the carpeting, as I mentioned too. You can see how clean this building is. And residents demand it when they're paying, common fees. It's important. And I'm going to say right now, this building is well maintained. We're in the pool area. I think the pool's about 5 feet. A good kind of length pool for doing laps. Again, it's not busy. It's normal to see this in most condo buildings today. Very few people use the common element areas. And what I like about it is that I would often come down here many evenings and grab a book, just sit in the loungers and just relax, have a hot tub. So it's common to, as I mentioned, to get that type of quietness in buildings in Barrie due to the demographic. They're just not interested in, using facilities. I want to cover one more thing. Lots of locker areas for people as well. Have a sauna. So there is both change rooms for men and women on this level. As I mentioned previously, there's lots of different models inside this complex at Nautica. You're getting 1 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms, and the larger suites. You won't see 3 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms and a den. And a lot of the valuation comes from the size, of course, but it also comes from the views. So if you have a panoramic view, which is straight out, you're going to pay a little bit more money. If you're on a higher floor with that type of view, you're going to pay a lot of money. So when considering purchasing a condo, you got to keep that in the back of your mind. Is the location of the unit in demand, in a sense, for the view? And valuations will be affected based on that. Especially in lifestyle buildings such as Nautica, where people move here for the lifestyle. They come here for the walkability to downtown, walking on the waterfronts, going for a paddle, going for a canoe. ride, whatever it may be, that activity. It's a lifestyle building, and it's more geared, as I mentioned, to a 55 demographic and up. I just didn't want to show the inside of the building. I wanted to show the viewer of the different view angles from different sides of both condo towers. Pros and cons of the building. Pros, great location. Just steps from downtown. Walkability to a lifestyle, which someone will be looking for at this. Beautiful walking trails, beautiful beach access, and beautiful amenities. This building is a well-maintained property. That's what attracted me to this location when I moved here, was just the upkeep of the property, and the amenities were important to me. So I really believe they will be important to any buyer looking at Nautica today. Some of the cons: higher common fees. And not that it's, you know, I say that lightly, because as a building ages, reserve funds have to be putting more funds into the reserve. So yes, this is, you know, higher than a newer building, but it's 16 years old. But I don't find the fees here out of line with other buildings in the community at this age, not at all. And just with the maintenance and the upkeep of this property, the fees are to me irrelevant. And that's the way you got to look at them. You have nice manicured lawns, you have nice gardens, you have nice common areas, you have nice rooms to use. So you pay for that. That's just part of the common element fee. There's no way of getting out of that. What else do I feel that's a con? Well, it does get busy down here in the summer months. Lots of traffic, a lot of visitors from outside the community. They come and use the beaches. It gets busy. Never bothered me. Pro or a con, whatever way you want to take this, is that there's lots of festivals in this community. Lots of activities going to the waterfront. I loved it. I would see Kempenfelt. We just finished Kempenfelt in the on the weekend. Massive event. It's been coming here for over 30 years. We see lots of charity runs, lots of half marathon runs, events. So I love that, because I like to take part in them and go and walk those festivals and go watch some of the running. So it didn't bother me at all, and I don't think it would bug most people here. The building's set back from there, but at times on the weekends you are going to hear some traffic noise. There's just no way about it. So it's not going to be a building that's totally peace and quiet if you're on your balcony. You're going to hear cars, you're going to hear people, but I don't think it's going to bug you. It wouldn't put a damper on someone from not moving forward with a unit in Nautica. Not even close. In this location, there is a planned condo development. It could take several years for this to come to fruition. Goodbye here. Retirees, downsizers, and a younger professional demographic. That's what mainly occupies this building. Someone that doesn't want the hassles of upkeeping a home. And, you know, I get a lot of pushback from people at times going, well, you know, the common element fees are very expensive in all condos. No, they're not. If you factor in the cost of maintaining a home today, interior, exterior, etc., and just the monthly utilities, it's expensive. My bills here on average, you know, they're no more than 50, 60 bucks a month. So definitely cheap when you're comparing to a home when you have water, you have gas, you have hydro. And it's expensive because you're heating and cooling a bigger home, a bigger property. So I never really had a problem with common element fees. Yes, there are some buildings here that are in the community that are much older and the condo fees are very high. Yeah, they are. They're expensive. But Nautica is for what you get, is definitely manageable. There are a few lifestyle buildings on the waterfront today in Barrie. Waterview, Nautica, which we're touring today, and Lac House. And it's going to be my second choice. I love this building, but Lac House being so new and being with really updated amenities and offering 2 rooftop patios, big amenities when we talk about hot tub saunas and steam rooms, even though a lot of people don't use them. It's a nice amenity there. And the setback from the water is very, very, within 10 feet, you're on the water. So you feel that you have a waterfront property. This is Nautica's set back a little bit. But also, Lac House is only, it's only 3 years old. So it's a new building. It's the new shiny penny on the market in a sense. Waterview I like too. I find the common element fees higher than here. It's a little bit older as well, and a little bit older demographic I find at Waterview. Great maintained building, great layouts, great square footage. Common fees are a bit higher than Nautica. If you're looking for a true waterfront lifestyle, I would definitely consider this building. It is a great location, especially for walkability and being close to amenities such as restaurants and downtown cores. It's a lovely waterfront here in Barrie that goes for kilometers, and it gets used by the residents of the community. I think it's a lifestyle worth exploring, and any questions on this building or other waterfront buildings in the community, I'm Mark Turcotte from Right Home Realty, and I'm here to help you make better decisions. 705-309-5300.